Hello and welcome to this series called Voice of Retail on Retail4Growth. Here we feature people who are making a difference in the retail ecosystem, the thought leaders, visionaries, young entrepreneurs, and people who are inspiring. So in this episode, we have with us Huzefa Merchant, founder of InSync Shop Fittings, an initiative of Safe Enterprises. Huzefa needs no introduction for people who are in the retail space. He is extremely inspiring person, a motivational speaker, author, recipient of many accolades and titles, including that of one of the 100 most influential minds in retail. He is also the recipient of Young Achievers Award. So Huzefa, it's a pleasure having you with us here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, Huzefa. So to start with, if you can just tell us more about your new solution for the Engage, Engage Fit and Light solution.
So Jaya, the crux of everything is what are the challenges that retail faces today. What we created is a solution which is electrified. The shop fitting itself is electrified.
Okay.
What that means is every shelf, every merchandise support, every arm is lit. And because the light is coming from the shelf and falling onto the merchandise, there is no customer in the middle.
Right.
Then we've created something called the Smart Assistant, which is a smart digital signage solution which gets plugged into the system. So you can move it around anywhere, like you can move your shelves and arms around.
Okay.
So first, all the data, all the digital signaging material or promotional material comes in line with the merchandise. I've got my shirt here, I've got the signage here. So we're influencing them at the right time. Now, the beauty and why we call this the Smart Assistant is because the same solution can now be linked to sensors which are embedded into podiums or shelves, and again are wirelessly connected to this signage and are plugged into our and powered by our electrical tracks. What can that do? The sensors are triggering mechanism, and the screens are relaying the data that you want to relay as a retailer once a person picks up the product.
Right.
So for example, I lift a shoe, it shows me details on the shoe.
Right.
It can also tell you with this shoe, you can pair this dress and this purse. Can you imagine that? At that time.
Right. Right.
So it gives you the entire ensemble. So that's the second problem or second challenge, where you don't really now need a salesman to do your upselling or cross-selling.
Right.
Whatever product information that the customer wants to know, they can lift and learn or even place and learn. What I mean by place and learn is, the first solution is you lift it off the cradle, it comes on your screen. Right. The second solution is you place it on the cradle and the information will come outside. And this solution is not expensive because it's made in India, it's developed in India, it's created in India, it's designed by us. The thought process is mine. So the entire solution that's been created is all here. So we've created a platform with our electrified solutions. Where you can plug in lighting systems, you can plug in signaging, fabric signaging for still images, digital signages, and the smart assistant. So we've done a lot of research. There's been over 5,000 hours of research that's gone behind this solution, and over 15,000 hours of development. So our learning journey started in 2009 and 2010, and everything that we've learned and we've worked with on the InSync line, all the research has been pumped into the system. All our learning of creating over 3,000 parts has been pumped into the system.
We're talking about cost, and and we're talking about client mindset. Do you think that this is the right time to sort of persuade the clients to look at the technology integration in a more meaningful way?
Today, what's the objective of the retailer? Right? If the objective is to reduce their pilferages, their wastages, their stock inventory turnaround wastages, their in-store experiential increment if they need that, and if they need to reduce their OPEX, especially their inventory, especially the running cost of the store. The cost that they're going to pay, the incremental cost, is fractional. So by integrating all this technology, by controlling what influence you want to have on your customers, you're certainly going to be able to increase your sales conversions. Footfalls have dropped. There is no doubt about that. What's the alternative? You need to improve your conversions. You need to convert your browsers into buyers. We're providing them that. You need to reduce your costs. If I'm able to give you through this data, and customers are actually able to use it because it's integrated into the rack, you're going to get more data. More data, more understanding, better planning, lower OPEX.
Going back to your own journey, when you started InSync, it was around 2008-9, and that was the time when we had the economic crisis, so to say. And I've heard you speak about some of the challenges that you faced then and how you overcame them. What do you think are the lessons that can be applied today from those times, given that this is a far bigger crisis that we're going through?
So I'm going to quote the owner of the CEO of Giordano, Mr. Chugani, right? He says, good things come to people who believe.
Right.
Better things come to people who have patience. Best things come to those who do not give up.
And you also talked about your vision about taking the Indian retail innovations to the global stage. So where do you see InSync in that direction going forward?
From my perspective, I believe that you have to look at India and you could simply be proud about the fact that you've got human capital. You've got a lot of people. You've got fantastic labor capabilities. You have brilliant minds.
Yes.
And you have natural resources. We have a large country with varied population and a lot of things. If we channelize our sense of innovation, we're going to be able to do a lot. As long as I have the support of my people, I have the blessing of the Almighty, and I have life left in me, I'm going to definitely continue, even with struggles of global perception of Indian businessmen not being ethical, not being very time conscious. I'm struggling with that. People look at you as an Indian and think of these things first. So obviously, slowly and steadily with a practice, with proving them wrong, I'm going to move forward inch by inch. But as long as I have life in me and the support of everyone else, I'm going to ensure, personally, this is my commitment to ensure that Indian innovation, at least in this sector, is looked at by the world with respect.
Very well said. Words that we all need to keep hearing today. Yeah. So thank you so much, Huzefa. It was really a pleasure talking to you.